Hello, everybody. Hope you guys all had a wonderful Christmas break and a happy New Year. Hope everybody was healthy in your family and all that good stuff. Hopefully, you're able to rest and relax. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to be in school for a couple days on Christmas. I had a family member that was that tested positive for COVID, um, and I was exposed to them. So unfortunately, I was deemed as a close contact and have to quarantine. So the 2 weeks will be up on Friday. I'll be back to school on Friday. So yeah, I spent most of my break in quarantine because I was exposed to somebody, but I'm feeling good, feeling healthy. So yeah. So you will probably will not see me this week because of that. Um, it's be very, very, very important this week that you guys are, being responsible, staying on top of things. If you're stuck, not sure of something, that you guys are trying to communicate with me. I'll be available to do a Google Meet with you guys if you guys need to. I might be chiming in you guys' breakout sessions. As you guys see up here, there's a new thing called Google Meet breakout groups. I'll explain that later on, but I might pop in here and there to kind of check up on you guys and see kind of what you're doing and if you guys have any questions. But it's very, very, very important that you guys stick to your schedule, stay on task, and complete your sense that I am grading these things individually, through your Google Docs that are being turned into me. So with that being said, here is your guys' schedule, witness defendant mock trial schedule. So you guys, before break, you guys spent time doing a lot of this stuff already. So I'm kind of skip ahead a little bit, but at this point, you guys should have um, the witness defendant mock trial Google Doc folder. So witness questions. These should already be filled out. This was the shared question doc that I had all you guys type into. It should look like. Let me see if I have it still. I hope I do. Let me just go back and check. It should look like it should be. Sorry, guys. I thought I already had this thing open, but apparently I do not. All right. So witness questions. Witness questions. This is the second period. This is the sixth period. So depending on what you guys have, what you're shared with. So this should already be done. For the most part, I believe most of you guys have these things turned in. You will need to refer back to this, and I'll explain why here in a little bit. So um, your lawyers, well, I'll go over it now. Your lawyers essentially are going to be going over this with you. So you're, Scott, I want to make this clear to you guys. The lawyers are in charge essentially this week. They're going to be setting up with you guys individual meetings with you guys. So Murky Waters, this is Shorty. Um, your lawyer team, which is defense, Mallory and Emma should be reaching out to you this week and having a one-on-one meeting, going through your profile, going through your what going through your questions. Same goes for Edie and Sam. They're going to reach out to Aiden, Chelsea, Michaela, Jada, Kai. They're going to reach out to you individually, and they should be meeting with you to go over your profile as well. Same for sixth period. Savannah and Ethan. They should be talking with, Hunter, Michael, Jerry, Ashton, and probably even Danny as well. They should be reaching out to you guys and having individual or even group meetings with you guys to go over your profiles. And then same goes for Dan and Mal. They should be reaching out to Ronnie, Jolie, Heather, Jacob, Zach, Angel, Matt, Nico, Maggie, and probably Danny too. To again, sit down with you and go over your questions. Now, again, make this clear. Your lawyers should be able to, they can add to your questions, they can delete some of your questions. So just be prepared for that. But they're going to go over that with you. So it's very, very, very important that you're on the same page with your lawyer team. So make sure if you're in class and your lawyers are in class, talk to them. Say, hey, when can we meet? So set that up. Again, be responsible. That's important. To this week especially. So going back to your guys' schedule, so that should already be done. So let's see here. Let's see, where did we not get to? So this was done before break. You guys should have witness defendant Google Doc. That should look like, again, many of you guys already turned this in. Some of you guys did not. Most of you guys did. So what that should look like is this. Sorry. Actually, if you guys check Google Class or check PowerSchool, you'll see if you did it, the grades are already in. If you didn't, then you need to finish it. But this needs to be submitted. So again, this is the sheet I'm talking about. This should be done. Again, most of you guys did. It's the name of your person, what team are you on, and what are the 6, 7, 8 most important things that your lawyer team needs to know about you. So this should already be filled out and turned in. So if I were you, I would keep this open and share this with your lawyer, because this would be a way to kind of help them in their journey and getting what they need. So that should be shared with this doc should be shared with your lawyers. Many of you guys think already did that. Let's see here, affidavit. A lot of you guys started your affidavit as well. Again, I'm gonna cross it off. Where's this? Cross that out. Your affidavit looks like this. A lot of you guys started on this, but again, this should be turned in and shared with lawyers, turned into me. Essentially, it's like it's you're creating the questions of this. It's basically your profile, what you know about the thing. So here's an affidavit sample for those that didn't turn it in. A lot of you guys, some of you guys have, some of you guys haven't turned it in, but here's a sample for you guys as well. Now this is Ginny Berger. So notice the questions are in order. So like from beginning to end. So please state your name and age. Ginny Berger. Now, the only thing that's different now for you guys, you need to make sure that you answer your own questions. So this is the question. Please state your name and age. You put Ginny Berger, whatever her age is. What is your employment? You'll answer the question. Can you please tell me what happened on the evening? So again, your questions might be different, but it should be, from beginning to end in order in your profile for how things happened, step by step, not leaving anything out. So notice this is 21 questions. This is pretty detailed. So that's your affidavit. Again, they should be turned in. I would say by the end of class on Monday. I mean, you guys already had time over before break to work on this, so this should not take you the whole week to do. It should not. Okay, so get out of that. All right, so that's your next part. Let's check on Google Doc. This. Okay. Da, da, da. So this is the schedule for this week for you guys. If you've not done those previous things, make sure those are turned in and done. Again, it's very important you guys stay on task, because you have this week and you have next week, and then we start our mock trial. So you only have 2 more weeks, 5 more classes. So as I said, this week, complete your affidavit, and then prepare a script. This is a word-for-word detailed script of what you're going to say on the witness stand. So this is where you need to make sure that you are going back to your questions. So where's your questions at? So those questions I showed you guys before, that had, your, where did I put it? Crossed off, darn it, crossed out of it. Nope, wrong one. I'm gonna click on that. So you all have your own separate docs, but ultimately in your script, you should be copying and pasting all the questions that the lawyer is going to ask you. So murky water, Shorty. I'm going to use you as an example. You're gonna copy and paste all these questions that are going to be asked of you. And again, you need to meet with your lawyer. Is he or she? So is let's see here, Shorty. You're the defense team. Is Mallory and Emma? Are they going to ask you these questions? Are they going to ask you other questions that are not on this list? Are they going to delete some of those questions? So you need to make sure that you have had a meeting with your team to prepare what they're going to ask you. So that way, during that stage, you can word for word script. Like you're writing a word for word account. So you're copy and pasting the questions and you're putting them directly into things. So this is kind of what I have for you guys. Open up a Google Doc with a script, meet, discuss with lawyers on your side, the witness questions, copy and paste the questions you were going to be asked to the witness script Google Doc. You should answer the questions to these questions using the facts from the case. Don't be a robot. You can be creative in your responses. So you don't need, again, speak the facts, but with these scripts, pretend like you're having your conversation, like you're up on the stand, You can be creative in your answers, but you cannot stray away from the details. You cannot stray away from the facts. The facts are the facts. So stick to that. But again, use your profile in this stage to help you out. But again, don't be a robot. Have some fun with it. Be creative. But again, the facts are the facts. Eventually, I'd say probably on Wednesday, you will eventually meet with the opposing lawyers. So Shorty, you'll meet with the other opposing side of lawyers, and you'll go over what questions they're going to ask you, and you'll copy and paste those questions into your script as well, and you'll type up responses. So it's very important for you to know, what questions they're asking you, what is the order of those questions. So that way, when you're up on the stand, you're not kind of fuddling through your papers and trying to figure out where the question is. It should all be right in order in your script. So make sure that you talk to your lawyers. That's why the meetings this week. Again, it's your responsibility. Meet with your lawyers, discuss, okay, what questions are being asked, when are they going to ask them, what order, is there anything else that they're going to ask you that's not on the list? So make sure you know that. And then that's really one of your last tasks for this. So this week, that's going to be your goal. And it might be lengthy, with your meetings, typing out your scripts, meeting with the opposing lawyers, going over the cross-examination questions. And again, you're going to need to do the same thing with the opposing lawyers too. So again, if you're Shorty and Emma and Mallory they're your team, eventually you're going to need to meet with Edie and Sam as well. And okay, what are their cross-examination questions? What order are those questions going to be asked in? All right, finally, last but not least, I created up here a Google Meet breakout group to help you communicate. Because again, some of you guys are online, some of you guys are in class. So to me, again, very important that you guys are logging into this every day. Now, what you can do is just you can mute your mic. But if you need something, somebody's calling on you, that way you're able to hone into it. But again, I might eavesdrop onto these things. I'm just kind of see what you do. So defense team, you'll click on the link. So if you're the defense team for second period, that's Mallory and Emma, and that's Preston, Joey, Shorty, Izzy, and Noah. So that's your Google Meet to communicate. Now, again, make this clear. Joey, I don't know if you're going to be online or in person. I know you were online at the end. Shorty, same for you. Noah, you're online. Preston, you moved to online. So it's very important that you guys go into that Google Meet, because again, that'll be a way for your defense lawyers, Mallory and Emma, to get in contact with you. So please do that. Again, it's your responsibility to stay logged into that the whole class period in case you're needed and to set up your meetings. So please do that. And then same for sixth period. Savannah and Ethan, your team is Danny, Hunter, Michael, Jerry, and Ashton. Same for you guys. You need to make sure you guys are logged into that Google session. Now, if you guys look at the prosecution team, I have a breakout room for you, prosecution team. You'll click on that. Second period, Edie and Sam, your prosecution, and Aiden, Chelsea, Michaela, Jada, Kai, Emma, Holden, Makai, Autumn, and even Preston too. You're a part of that team. And again, their lawyers are going to, so Edie and Sam, your job is to meet with all these individuals. Again, keep your Google Meet open the entire period. You can mute your mic, but in case you're needed or wanted by somebody on your team to collaborate, again, that's going to be your job and your responsibility. Same for sixth period. Dan and Mal, you're meeting with Ronnie, Jolie, Heather, Jacob, Zach, Angel, Matt, Nico, Maggie, Danny. That's going to be your team. Now, I've not created the cross-examination thing yet. I will do that later on in the week. Probably on Tuesday, I'll create that for the cross-examination part of it. But again, it's very important that you guys are staying on task with that and staying logged in to your Google Meet so you guys can meet and communicate. All right, so without further ado, that is it. Again, I'm sorry for me being absent. Not ideal, but it is what it is. But again, very important that you guys communicate with me if you guys need anything. All right, adios, and I'll see you guys probably next week, but hopefully I'll be able to come into some Google Meets and talk to you guys. All right, adios, bye-bye.